Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, and welcome to the ActionVFX Hangout, rebranded and fresh and new. Hi,
Yeah,
Wyatt.
How are you doing, Tom?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, as we were kind of saying just before we went live, a little bit nervous. It's always like a little bit daunting before we go live, but it's great to be here today. And I just kind of want to ask the chat as well. Can you hear us loud and clear before we start diving in deep? Give us a message saying that you can hear us.
Yeah, how are we sounding?
Yeah, how are we sounding? Other than British. But yeah, Wyatt, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, just been editing away, doing visual effects. Another day at ActionVFX. How are you doing? What have you been up to today, Tom?
We're all. It's been a busy week. We've been doing a lot of stuff at the moment, which have been very exciting. It's kind of. I mean, we'll get into a couple of those things in a shortly, I hope, because we've got a lot of things to show that have been behind the scenes, in the works, stuff that's happening for, sales and promos and all sorts. But it's been really kind of exciting to just hit the ground running and creating some pretty cool stuff. But hang on, before we go in too deep, as mentioned in the ticker that went past not too long ago, we're giving away, I've got to be very free VFX starter asset collections. Just by asking a question, you get entered into the draw. So give us a question and you get randomly selected towards the end of the show, and you can win a VFX starter asset collection, which is great. Why have you used these ones before?
I've used a few of them. They're pretty great. It's anyone who's, especially like any just baseline visual effects scene you can come up with, these kind of encompass all of that. There's like, you've got your muzzle flashes, your fires, your smoke, everything that you need to basically get an action scene off the ground and running.
I got free. I can't say my freeze, so free. But yeah, we're giving those towards the end of the show. Do leave some questions, and we will be. Oh, let's see. Okay, how long will the live stream be? Technically, that's a question. So you've just entered. We're going on for an hour today. That's kind of like the schedule for the show. We may overrun. if we're into a groove, which me and Wyatt tend to do, get quite chatty. So we're going with that. But yeah, just to let you know. Does this question count? I feel like that should. Wyatt, you judge.
You know, it's kind of like a Schrodinger's cat situation, I feel like.
Yeah.
Until we come to a final conclusion, it really does and doesn't count at the same time. So I'll just leave it at that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay.
Plead the fifth.
So we've got two. As well as other housekeeping things that we want to discuss today. And we're, we kind of want to get the chat going. So we do have a question for you guys before you start throwing questions to us. What's the one VFX filmmaking technique you wish you could master instantly? I mean, Wyatt, first thoughts. What would you go for?
I would probably say lighting. I feel
Lighting?
like if you understand lighting to a T, not only are you going to get good footage, but you're going to understand how to better incorporate your visual effects into your shots.
That's such a good that's actually a very good theory based thing that can be applied to so many. Oh, I feel like you cracked that, mate. Because then you can take it into compositing, you can take it into 3D. There's a lot of elements for that. I was kind of going into what sort of trick or software would I want to learn? Because I mean, Nuke has had my interest for a while because of it just looks so complicated. And you and I were both kind of Blender, After Effects users. And Nuke is kind of this thing that looks like a wild, we're node-based editors in Blender, but stepping out of that and putting it into a compositor would be very interesting.
I do have a friend, he swears by Nuke, so I have been very tempted to jump into it. But recently we've both been digging into DaVinci Resolve, and I've been loving that.
Yes. Yeah, no, because I recently just swore off Premiere Pro. Just from a very bad experience during what I've been editing this week, actually. So that could be something. Yeah, I'll go through the highs and lows of that experience shortly, because we do have a couple more reminders for people as well. First up, we only have a few more hours left as well for our Godzilla collections giveaway. Wyatt, you recently worked on the promo for this, so would you like to share?
Yeah, so we're giving away a few of the packs that were used in Godzilla -1, which if anyone hasn't seen it yet, I highly recommend. But basically, a few of the packs they used in the scenes, we've shared VFX breakdowns showing how they were implemented. And by entering into the competition, you have a chance at winning one of these asset packs. And they're just incredible.
They really are. We so many were highlighted in the recent video that we released on our YouTube channel, and they are all the destruction assets, the pyro. I mean, if you're looking to create any form of atmosphere, scene, or just putting Godzilla or a giant person into a movie, then they are vital, and it's really cool to be able to be associated with Godzilla. But yeah, we've only got a couple more hours before that closes, so there should be a link in the description of this live stream. Do go check it out. I think you only have to provide your email, and then you are entered into possibly winning 4 collections, which is wild. So really good. As well as that, we do also have one final big one, which is for next week, I believe. Sorry, let me turn off this clicker as well. We have Black Friday starting very, very soon. I'm going to remove the question. Black Friday, 30% off subscriptions and credit packs. So it's starting on November 26th. That's next Tuesday. Great time to be able to, stack up on loads of credits for next year. If you're working on any film productions, that is huge to be able to go yep, cool, massive saving, get everything that you need, and and that way you are prepared for whatever you want to make next year, which great. From our experience as well, just having access to, the library and everything, it just does make everything so quick when it comes to, what we do. And I guess let's kind of start circling into what because we've been rambling right now, and like some of these people are seeing us for the first time. So Wyatt, would you like to introduce yourself, mate?
I'll introduce myself. I'm Wyatt Hansen. I have been working at ActionVFX since April, and I am a digital content creator here. You may have noticed me on the tutorials and some other places on the social media. And I studied film. I graduated from Full Sail University, which some of you may recognize if you're out there in the film VFX sphere a lot, because it's a very popular film school. And
we were just saying that it's the one that Ryan Connolly went to.
He did. If you've seen the ads from him, that's how I got sold on it.
But him himself.
Yeah, but that's me in a nutshell. What about you, Tom?
Well, I'm glad that we got you out of that nutshell. And that you're with us. So I am Tom Cowles. I am your social media and community manager here at ActionVFX. My job is to basically help with creating the content, making sure that everything is going out, and listening to you guys in the chat. So if there's ever things that you want or things you want to do, then I will be the eyes and ears and making sure that your comments, your feedback, your requests are passed on to the team, and also making sure that we're doing fun things like this, where we can kind of talk about what we're doing and how we're going about creating some cool stuff, as well as being in a couple of tutorials and things. I've been doing this for ages now. I think like the other day it clocked that I've been out of university for about 10 years, which makes me feel very old. And it's kind of now been professionally, I've been a content producer for a good 6 years, I think. And with that now it's kind of like I'm here at ActionVFX, where I started a week behind you, Wyatt, maybe 2. So we've been
right around the same time.
It's been quite nice to have like a buddy going like, okay, this is all new to you too. Let's figure this out. And
I remember when you got hired, sometimes you'd ask me questions. I'd be like, dude, I got hired like a week before you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, we're both just kind of like figuring stuff out, and then like it's been nice to pass the information back and forth as well, of like, oh, I've just found out this thing and this is where it's kept, and also trying to figure out our own content pipelines for creating these things with assets and stuff. So which I mean, I guess let's talk about some of the recent releases, because there's been a lot of really cool fun things that like I'm quite excited to show people too. So most recently we have had we've had a load of stuff being added to the library. It's always expanding, but most recently, as of yesterday, we had street pigeons added to the library. And these things, I believe they're fully CG. I don't believe that they are they're actual pigeons. I thought this for a long time, but they are CG models that have been added. And earlier today I got to have a play. I had a small window of time to be like, right, okay, I can, I've got an hour. My dinner was cooking. And I was going, right, okay, what would I do? And it's been annoying me for ages that this has actually been happening. So I was like, okay, I'll show you now. Right, okay, just had to get it because this time it keeps coming up here. What are you doing? Go away. Let me play that again, because that went into a weird mode. Right, okay, just had to get it because this time it keeps coming up here. What are you doing? Go away. I then sent that to my wife to be like, it's back again. And she actually went, oh my God, why is that there? Is it setting off the dog? Is he okay? It's like, it's a fake bird.
When I saw it on your Instagram, I was like, why is Tom posting about, like, why are pigeons harassing him at his window? And then I saw the next post, you were advertising the asset. I was like, that makes a lot more sense.
Well, we keep getting pigeons coming up to our house. They like pecking in the garden. We've got a new build, and we've got two pigeons named Pidgey and Widgie that we are just constantly seeing. So I was like trying to take it a step further and freaking out my wife. And yeah.
Are you accidentally doing pigeon calls?
No, I can't do pigeon calls. Can you?
Okay. I was gonna say that might be what's attracting them, but probably
right.
not.
No, probably not. But yeah, so we had them join yesterday, and like I just mentioned, they're very easy to just drag and drop. They're all pre-keyed type things, and like that scene was done in an hour, half an hour maybe. Just being able to I filmed the scene with I'll get back up because I filmed the scene with,
just had to get it because this time
with CamTrack AR, which is a little phone app that kind of like maps out your screen, your scene and location. And as I'm then walking through, I can then like put a null into, or an anchor at a position, which is where the pigeon sits, and then just went, cool, okay, film that, imported that into After Effects, and then just drop key out the little bit, and then now it's there, which is really cool.
So you didn't have to run it into Mocha or anything?
No.
Dang. That's nice.
Man. Honestly, like I'll show you sometime. And hey, if you're in the comments and want to know how that was done, then also, ask for it and we shall give. Sorry, I'm just writing a name for some people who are asking questions to win a free.
We got another Full Sail graduate in the chat. Oh,
nice. You're making friends.
Donald, were you a film graduate?
We'll wait for Donald to come back. Yeah. I think you should be able to. Oh, hang on. Here we are. What year did you graduate from Full Sail University? I mean, I don't know whether you want to share that or not, but that's we've got another graduate. But
wait, are you asking me?
I was actually asking you, yeah.
Oh yeah. I graduated 2022 or December 2022. So I'm coming up on 2 years. This December will be 2 years since I graduated.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're with us, and we're very glad to have you. Because
I'm happy to be here.
I really want to show people this one. So as well as pigeons, that's not the only thing that's been added. We also recently had cloth burst squibs. Wyatt, sorry, help me out here. Fabric squib hits.
Squib hits.
Thank you. We recently had these, which I feel like they look incredibly cool to do. And you actually made something for these ones, just as a kind of, it was a bit of R&D, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us more about this one before I hit it, or shall we watch it and then talk?
I'll give a little rundown. If anyone's old school action or old school YouTube, like Freddie W, Corridor Digital, back when they do the blood hits, I noticed one thing people always pointed out was there was rarely ever blood hits like left on the fabric. And so this is something I think has been needed for like a long time in terms of enhancing bullet hits, and that's all I have to say.
Okay, that was good setup. Let's see.
Oh, hey man, Wyatt, what's up? Look out, the guy's got a gun.
Sorry, dude. I love I love that there's a crowd that cheers.
Oh yeah. I was going for it just, the sound design really is the key to selling a joke. I feel like the punchline comes from the sound.
Which we'll go on to something else in a bit where you do a lot of sound work for someone, but like that, the hit it's as well, that looks really good. Like obviously this part of the asset, but like, how was it working with the squib hits?
Yeah, one of the really nice things is that because there's a mask included with it, you can isolate the wound and the fabric over it so that you can change the color of the fabric really easily without adjusting the color of the blood. And that's like one of the really nice features about it.
That was okay. Cool. No, because I've not had a chance to play with these ones yet, and I haven't done too much like PPU action. I don't know why I described it as PPU action, but yeah, I've not really done too many like bullet hits and stuff like that. So
Have you done much like blood stuff in visual effects before?
No. Oh wait. Okay. One time I did I did a werewolf film years ago, and like straight out of uni and stuff, and that I had some blood in, and then I kind of went, oh no, that was I mean that was an experience. Yeah, maybe hang on. I know the perfect time to bring this up because we're going to be talking about like a tutorial that you worked on very soon. Which I feel like, yeah, cool. That's the perfect time to talk about this because you did the exact same thing that I did, and then I went off like doing some blood. So hang on, let's return to some of the other things that I've been going through because we've also had, as well as the cloth hits and the pigeons, we've had some recent crowds going out. So we've got everything from like the party crowds, beach crowd, soccer and protesters, which has been really great to see. Like I've used these once for like I actually used these on a previous job that I was on, where it's like we had to we were filming a Christmas scene in like June, and yeah, we obviously everyone was dressed up in like summer digs. And so we had to get some of the it was the winter assets that we then kind of sprinkled in the background and stuff, which was really fun. But we've also had joining the pack is a male lion, which had been really fun as well because again over the weekend I went into a bit of like I just want to play around with a lion and see what I can make with this. So I cooked up this thing.
Behold the lion, captured in glorious 4K, running gracefully at 30 frames per second. From prowling to roaring, every frame is ready for your project. No wranglers, no claws. The male lion stock footage collection from ActionVFX. Royalty-free, like the king himself.
I love how that lion looks.
Are those CG?
I think so. Again,
those look really good. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like that'd be for how good it looks. I was like, if that's a practical, that would be so difficult to blend in.
If it is, yeah, if it is an actual like, a real lion, then I don't know. But like, no, as far as my understanding, no, that is CG. Like that is this from an artist called VFX Grace, and yeah, no, they are. They also did the pigeons. I believe they might. There might be some more things down the line. But no, I love, especially in this frame here. I love how this looks, and I made the scene in Blender as well, just kind of like a really quick kind of throw it together, and yeah, no, just placing it in there. It just. Oh wow! Oh no, it just felt good. And then we used the I'm sorry, it's the AI voiceover from Artlist, and that just kind of made it feel like this nice little documentary thing. So really cool.
A lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's 100% CG.
The EXR
confirmed. 100% CG.
It is. That looks incredible.
I would just like to point out that it's fooling 2 VFX artists. So. But yeah, so this has also been added to the library as of yesterday. Really cool to see the new animals coming out. I believe there's more coming soon, and I for one can't wait because it's going to be really fun to kind of like eventually get a zoo.
Yeah, animals is because we don't have a whole lot of that, so the fact that we're building that up, that'll be fun to play with. Yeah,
man. Like and again, much like the pigeons, very easy to kind of like. They're pre-keyed, throw in, drag, drop. Great. Cool. Right. Well, I'm going to put up another reminder. I can see in the chat that we are, reminder for ask your questions. Be in for a running of a VFX starter collection. And yeah, we've got a couple in the running already who have asked questions. So, you know, throw your hat into the ring if you're now joining us. I'm going to leave that up just for a little bit longer. Right. Okay. So moving on. We also have some, I, again, made this very quickly, but I feel like this is pretty cool. And it's going to cut us out for a moment, Wyatt. But this is going to be a free asset that is being added to the library very soon. Oh, probably in the next week or so. But I feel like, you know, this is, if we're going to give little, like, you know, nuggets and sprinkles of what's to come, like, this is a good place to do it. Like, this is VIP. So this is coming soon. We got asteroids.
Those so the asteroid belt stock that, or the field, that is how it looked, right? You didn't go in and duplicate that asteroid 1,000 times, right? Okay.
No. That would have,
that's crazy, Tom.
That would have taken me ages. No, everything's got already grouped up, and then just kind of like, so that shot at the end where it's kind of like heading towards Earth, which is also one of our assets. You know, it's just literally, I can't express how simple it was to kind of create some of those where it's just like put it in, put them all together, great, and it's all done. Because that moon, that Earth shot where they're coming together, it is just that sort of single asset of a small group moving away from the camera. Super easy, and that entire collection is going to be free, which is really cool. I love telling people about free stuff.
And when is that free, Tom?
That'll be happening in the next coming weeks or so. I'm not going to stick to an actual date just in case things have to change, but look out, everyone. Keep your notifications on, especially for emails. And cool. So that's all of our things that have kind of like the new arrivals for the library, and or at least the ones that we really wanted to highlight and show people. But Wyatt, you know, let's return back to, you know, what we're doing and things. So we've kind of like done little drips of, hey, like we've made this thing with assets and product media, we call it internally. But as well as that, we're also doing tutorials and things like that. So, and you just had your recent first experience of doing a tutorial.
Yes.
I really want to know about, like, you know, what was that experience like? Because I don't think many people know how much effort and stuff we put into tutorials.
Yeah, that was really fun because I hadn't really gotten to film much. I've mainly been doing like post-production, computer editing. So getting the chance to actually like film something and create this whole video from the start, and like getting to use the assets, because like blood and shootouts and all action stuff is like my specialty. That's what I like to do. So having access to the ActionVFX catalog is like a dream come true for me. So being able to do a head explosion, and that was modeled after The Boys. So if anyone's seen that, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with what I'm talking about. But doing the tutorial is really fun, and it's great to show a behind the scenes of how we're doing stuff, because it feels a little more personal, but also just getting to engage more with the community, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these. That's the plan.
Yes, that is the plan.
Tutorials up regularly so we can keep sharing our knowledge with everyone.
It's I saw a thing not too long ago where it's like, your gift is not yours to own. Like, all the knowledge that you have and all your talents and stuff like that are meant to be shared with everyone else. And I really like that, where it's like, okay, this is what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be giving back and showing more of what we can do, and why like we're able to do these things so quickly too. But I just thought, like, I mean, we might have to give a bit of a sensor warning, but I thought we might show the head explosion as well if people haven't seen it already. What do you think?
As long as everyone's okay with blood, If you have a bad reaction to blood, look away for a little bit.
Let's go into so this is why it's head pop.
Yeah, I keep telling her if you want to get max customization, you really got to start using the EXR files. Hey, what's that on your neck? Whose neck? Your neck. I think it's a mole.
Everyone still with us? I think I've been echoing this throughout the entire, because obviously, you know, we've been working on it together and doing things. I love the line, whose neck? I feel like that's so funny, because it's just like such a, like, it reminded me of a film riot sketch completely. And you've got very like, your humor is,
I like really dry, stupid humor.
very dry. Yeah.
It sounds like the person's being serious, and you're like, are you being serious? And then once you're in on the joke, you understand it.
Yep. No, I really enjoyed that tutorial, and the effect itself looks absolutely on point. So how many, and hopefully in the chat, like, you agree, if you didn't faint from the blood, I hope you're okay. But yeah, how did you find, like, seeing your head blown off?
Well, one reason I wanted to do this effect in particular was because we have an asset, the severed necks and limbs pack, and there's a severed neck where the blood's leaking onto the shoulder blades and running down the chest. And I've never like seen that type of stock footage before. So I was like, that'd be really cool to like implement for like I went with head exploding because it could tie into the boys, because that's something everyone's familiar with. And that was just really cool to do. But there was a little bit done on your side as well.
Yeah, you threw over a version at one point where it was kind of like just a couple of the assets, and your whole head is blowing off, and we're just like, okay, I could probably do a couple of tricks just to help tie it together, because this is kind of like the one thing is our assets are meant to be used with other stuff. You got to do practical effects, you got to do CG, and then you kind of like combine everything together to, oh wait, hang on, sorry, I've just seen in the chat that we've had a bit of a delay, and some of the explosion, some people haven't seen the explosion. We may have to play again just in case people haven't seen it. Let's see, hang on, let us know in the chat if you want us to play it again. I can see that there is a bit of a delay kind of like happening at the moment. So yeah, keep us posted in there, and we'll see if we can do anything on our end. Wyatt, am I still coming through for you?
Yeah, you're in sync for me. Am I still in sync for you?
Yeah, so maybe it's on broadcasting. It might be something in something, but we're getting requests to play it, so we're going to try and play it again. Okay, right, here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, I keep telling her if you want to get max customization, you really got to start using the EXR files. Hey, what's that on your neck? Whose neck? Your neck.